Welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. The feud between Braun Strowman and Santos Escobar is heating up. Strowman's betrayal after their tag team win sparked this rivalry, and now the Giant is also gunning for Escobar's European Championship. Can Strowman's brute strength earn him a title opportunity, or will Escobar's technical skills be enough to stop the Beast? Ricky Saints and Eddy Thorpe have been at each other's throats for weeks, and tonight they're taking it to the extreme in this underground match. No rules, no holds barred. Only one man will walk out on top. Austin Theory's first title defense is about to get a whole lot more complicated. The new United States champion puts his title on the line against former champion LA Knight in a steel cage match designed to keep Grayson Waller out of the equation. Can Theory overcome Knight and retain in his first title defense? The lights go down and the Tribal Chief is back. Roman Reigns makes a stunning return to the ring after months away, his intense gaze scanning the crowd as he asserts his presence. Roman Reigns sets his sights on reclaiming the top spot, declaring his entry into the Royal Rumble match and vowing to not only win it, but use that momentum to reclaim the undisputed WWE Championship, sending a clear message that he's coming for what's his. Reigns calls out Cody Rhodes, who answers and steps into the ring to a huge reaction. Reigns gives Cody a nod of respect for overcoming Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, but his tone quickly turns cold as he warns Cody his time is up and he'll reclaim the undisputed WWE Championship. Just as it seems like Reigns is about to make his move, Randy Orton appears out of nowhere, sneaking up behind Rhodes and delivering another vicious RKO, sending Rhodes crashing to the mat, leaving Reigns looking on in apparent approval.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Shayna Baszler and Candice LeRae. And their opponents. They are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bayley and Naomi.
The crowd is electric as Bayley and Naomi make their way to the ring. The dynamic duo, fresh off their thrilling win in the Women's War Games match at Survivor Series. With momentum on their side, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions are ready to keep rolling, looking to prove they're the best in the business as they take on Shayna Baszler and Candice LeRae. Bayley is reeling as Candice LeRae takes control, unleashing a flurry of offense that has the role model on her heels. Shayna Baszler is right there with her tag team partner, doling out punishment and isolating Bayley from her partner Naomi, who's been left on the outside looking frustrated and helpless as she watches Bayley get worked over by the dominant duo. Baszler continues to mount the pressure on Bayley, but her grip on the match starts to slip as Bayley mounts a furious comeback, refusing to yield despite the punishment she's endured. Bayley slams LeRae crashing to the mat with a Bayley to belly and quickly follows up with a vicious rose plant. Bayley seizes the opportunity, covering LeRae for the pin, but Baszler breaks up the pin. The tide of the match has shifted decisively in favor of Bayley and Naomi, as they unleash a barrage of offense on Candice LeRae, taking turns doling out punishment. Naomi is relentless, mounting intense pressure on LeRae as she lays into her with a series of stiff kicks and clotheslines, each one sending LeRae stumbling backward. LeRae refuses to give in, and in a stunning turn, she counters Naomi's next move and lands a series of attacks that send Naomi stumbling back. The momentum swings once more as Baszler wastes no time in targeting Naomi, locking her in a vicious sleeper hold. But Naomi proves she's not one to back down, using every ounce of strength to power out of the hold. Naomi surges back to life, fueled by determination and adrenaline as she turns the tables on Shayna Baszler. With a fierce battle cry, Naomi takes the fight to Baszler. Baszler's expression turns fierce as she attempts to regain control, but Naomi is relentless, unleashing a flurry of offense that leaves Baszler reeling. Bayley is tagged back in, and she continues the assault on Baszler, unleashing a flurry of strikes that leave Baszler stumbling backward. The role model is in her element, her intensity and ferocity on full display as she lays into Baszler with everything she's got. The action erupts outside the ring. Baszler dodges Bayley's wild charge and quickly turns the tables. Baszler seizes the opportunity, climbing to the top rope and unleashing an elbow drop on Bayley. Baszler quickly covers Bayley for the pin, but Naomi breaks up the count. LeRae is tagged into the match, but before she can even get settled, Bayley seizes the opportunity to regain control. With a fierce glare, Bayley targets LeRae, unleashing a vicious assault that sends her crashing to the mat. Bayley's dominance is as absolute as she lays into LeRae with a series of brutal strikes and slams, each one landing with precision and power. Bayley takes care of Shayna Baszler, sending her tumbling off the apron to ringside. With Baszler neutralized, Bayley hoists LeRae up, slamming her to the mat with the devastating Bayley to belly. Bayley and Naomi emerge victorious, celebrating their win over Baszler and LeRae. But their moment of glory is swiftly ruined as Chelsea Green and Piper Niven ambush them, viciously attacking the champs and issuing a title challenge for Clash at the Castle.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Weighing in at a combined weight of 511 pounds, representing the Culling, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen.
The crowd is buzzing as Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs make their way to the ring, the tag team duo embracing their darker side under the guidance of Shawn Spears. Tonight, they set their sights on the WWE Tag Team Champions, New Catch Republic, looking to pull off a massive upset and prove they're a force to be reckoned with in the tag division.
And their opponents. Weighing in at a combined weight of 380 pounds, they are the WWE Tag Team Champions, the team of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, New Catch Republic.
Chaos erupts as the Street Profits sneaks up behind New Catch Republic, unleashing a vicious attack on the WWE Tag Team Champions right in the entrance ramp. Despite the ambush, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate show no signs of backing down, insisting they're ready to go ahead with the match against Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs. The WWE Tag Team Champions are fighting tooth and nail to turn the tide in their favor after that brutal pre-match ambush by the Street Profits. Despite being bloodied and battered, New Catch Republic is rallying back, bringing the fight to Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs with a fierce determination that's paying off. The champions are dictating the pace now, overpowering their opponents with their technical superiority and willpower. Dunne's attempt to lock in a submission hold on Jensen backfires, as Jensen summons every last bit of strength to power out of the hold, catching Dunne off guard. Jensen seizes the momentum, fighting back with renewed ferocity as he unleashes a flurry of offense that sends Dunne stumbling backward. Jensen is relentless, laying into Dunne with a series of heavy strikes that leave him reeling. Brooks Jensen is on a roll, continuing his onslaught on Pete Dunne with a series of brutal strikes that leave him reeling. Jensen senses victory within his grasp and climbs to the top turnbuckle, leaping off with a thunderous elbow drop onto Dunne's chest. Jensen covers Dunne, but Bate breaks up the pin. Undeterred by the near fall, Jensen presses on, his determination to secure the win driving him forward. Dunne, visibly worn down from the relentless assault and still feeling the effects of the brutal pre-match ambush by the Street Profits, is struggling to keep up. The cumulative toll of the punishment is evident as Dunne stumbles backward, his movements slow and labored, and Jensen senses victory within his grasp. With Dunne reeling, Jensen tags in Briggs, and the duo seamlessly connects with their finisher.
Here are your winners via pinfall, the culling.
Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen capitalize on the pre-match ambush by the Street Profits, taking advantage of the WWE Tag Team Champions' weakened state to score the win. With this impressive victory, they've certainly put themselves in the mix for a future title shot. We have got a developing situation backstage. Omos has Kevin Owens right where he wants him, unleashing a furious attack in apparent revenge for Ashante Adonis' loss last week. Omos is absolutely overpowering Owens, using his massive size and strength to deliver a brutal beating. Owens is trying to fight back, but Omos is just too dominant, slamming him around like a rag doll. This is turning into a one-sided assault, and Owens is taking a vicious pummeling. Omos is showing no mercy whatsoever, and Owens is struggling to even get a hand on him. This could be serious. Owens is getting worked over badly.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. From Mexico City, weighing in at 198 pounds, representing Legado del Fantasma, he is the European champion, Santos Escobar.
The reigning European champion, Santos Escobar, is strutting to the ring with confidence and determination, ready to take on the massive Braun Strowman. Escobar knows he's facing an enormous challenge, but he's determined to prove he can overcome the monster among men, with challengers like Andrade and Dragon Lee likely watching closely.
And his opponent. From Sherrilsford, North Carolina, weighing in at 335 pounds, he is the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
The monster among men is making his way to the ring, his intense gaze fixed on Santos Escobar as he seeks to continue their feud. Strowman is looking to build on the momentum from their explosive encounter last week, where he turned on Escobar after their tag team match, and now he's gunning for a win that could launch him into the European Championship picture. Braun Strowman and Santos Escobar are trading blows in a frantic pace, each looking to impose their will on the other. Escobar's lightning-quick movements and aerial attacks are giving Strowman fits, but the monster among men's sheer power and aggression is forcing Escobar to think twice about taking him on. The action is back and forth, with both men hustling to gain an early advantage, neither willing to back down. Strowman seizes the opportunity to assert his dominance, overpowering Santos Escobar with a series of thunderous blows that send him crashing to the mat. Strowman senses victory within his grasp and hoists Escobar up for his devastating running power slam, slamming him to the mat with incredible force. Strowman covers Escobar, but Escobar kicks out of the pin at the last possible moment, leaving Strowman stunned and Escobar's fans erupting in delight. Sensing his moment, Santos Escobar seizes the opportunity to turn the tables, evading Braun Strowman's attack and catching him off balance. With a burst of speed and agility, Escobar fights back, showcasing his own strength and power as he hoists the massive Strowman up and slams him to the mat with the Phantom Driver. Escobar quickly covers Strowman, but Strowman refuses to stay down. Escobar refuses to back down, continuing to mount the pressure and assert his dominance, showcasing the championship medal that's made him a formidable competitor. He's relentless in his pursuit of victory, setting up Strowman for another Phantom Driver, but Strowman evades the move and locks in a vicious triangle choke instead. Escobar manages to burst free and tries to nail Strowman with a Mexican destroyer, but Strowman powers out of it. In an incredible display of strength and resilience, Braun Strowman refuses to give up, summoning every last ounce of energy to turn the tide of the match. Strowman hoists Escobar up to the top rope and unleashes a thunderous superplex that sends Escobar crashing to the mat. Strowman seizes the momentum, setting Escobar up for another devastating running power slam. Braun Strowman towers over Santos Escobar, securing the win and sending a clear message to the European champion. But before anyone can even react, Andrade storms down to the ring, viciously attacking both Strowman and Escobar, setting the stage for a potentially explosive title picture.
The following contest is an underground match and it is scheduled for one fall. There will be no rules, no holds barred, and no disqualification. Introducing first. From New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 195 pounds, he is Absolute Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints is bursting into the ring with a fierce determination, ready to put an end to Eddy Thorpe's relentless harassment once and for all. The tension is palpable as Saints prepares to clash with his nemesis in the unforgiving environment of the underground match, where only the toughest survive.
And his opponent. From Reno, Nevada, weighing in at 222 pounds, he is the Alpha Wolf, Eddy Thorpe.
Eddy Thorpe is stalking into the ring like a predator, his malevolent energy radiating throughout the arena as he sets his sights on Ricky Saints. Thorpe is clearly relishing the opportunity to torment and punish Saints in the underground match, where the rules are thrown out the window and anything goes. Eddy Thorpe comes out swinging, determined to assert his dominance over Ricky Saints. Thorpe is relentless, unleashing a flurry of offense that's pushing Saints to the limit. The crowd is electric, sensing the raw aggression and unpredictability that comes with the underground stipulation, and Thorpe is clearly feeding off that energy to prove he's the better man. Saints refuses to back down, countering Thorpe's offense and turning the tables. Saints seizes the initiative, slamming Thorpe onto the flooring at ringside. Saints takes advantage, locking Thorpe in a vicious single-leg Boston Crab. But Thorpe, fueled by sheer determination and adrenaline, powers out of the hold. Thorpe's momentum shifts, and he starts to take control, turning the tide of the battle. Ricky Saints seizes the momentum, countering Eddy Thorpe's offense and unleashing a torrent of fury as he vents his anger and frustration over the past few weeks of harassment. Saints grabs a chair and begins to wield it with reckless abandon, landing precise shots that send Thorpe stumbling backward. Saints then knocks Thorpe's head into a trash can and sends him crashing into the steel steps with a thunderous impact. Saints then picks up a kendo stick, unleashing a flurry of strikes that Thorpe is unable to block. The assault culminates with Saints grabbing the steel steps and slamming them down onto Thorpe's prone form. With Thorpe reeling from the brutal beating, Saints summons every last ounce of strength, hoisting Thorpe up onto his shoulders, slamming Thorpe down to the mat with his Rochambeau finisher.
Here is your winner, Absolute Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints has emerged victorious in the brutal underground match, finally putting an end to Eddy Thorpe's reign of terror and harassment.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. From Dublin, Ireland, she is WWE Women's Champion, the man, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch is strutting down to the ring with her trademark confidence and swagger, ready to take on Wendy Choo and show the women's division who's boss. Fresh off her War Games victory at Survivor Series, Lynch is looking to keep her momentum going, and a win here will keep her focused for her upcoming title defense against Nia Jax.
And her opponent. From Chinatown, New York, Wendy Choo.
Wendy Choo is electrifying the crowd as she makes her way to the ring, her eyes fixed intently on Becky Lynch as she prepares to take on the formidable WWE Women's Champion. Choo senses her chance to make a statement and potentially catapult herself into title contention, and she's clearly hungry for an upset win that could change her trajectory. Wendy Choo bursts out of the gate, unleashing a flurry of strikes that sends Becky Lynch stumbling back, but the man quickly regains her footing. Lynch absorbs the blows before countering with a fierce strike of her own, the momentum shifting as she seizes control, dictating the pace and leaving Choo scrambling to keep up. Lynch continues to assert her dominance, unleashing a relentless assault on Wendy Choo, but a moment of mistake proves costly. She launches herself off the top rope for a diving leg drop, but Choo dodges out of the way just in time. Lynch crashes to the mat, her momentum lost, and Choo seizes the opportunity to turn the tables. With a burst of speed, Choo takes Lynch down with a series of attacks, sending the man stumbling backward in a desperate bid to regain composure. Lynch absorbs Chu's flurry before timing a perfect counter, reclaiming the upper hand. She takes down Chu with authority and successfully connects with the diving leg drop, the impact sending shockwaves through the ring. With Chu reeling, Lynch sets her up for the manhandle slam, hoisting her up before slamming her to the mat with brutal force.
Here is your winner via pinfall, the man, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch dispatches Wendy Chu with relative ease and secures a convincing win. But the celebration is short-lived as Nia Jax storms down to the ring, viciously attacking Lynch and nailing her with the Women's Championship belt, sending a chilling message ahead of their title match at Clash at the Castle. LA Knight is making his way to the ring with a fierce determination in his eyes, ready to take on Austin Theory and reclaim the United States Championship. The steel cage surrounding the ring adds an extra layer of intensity to this clash, and Knight will appreciate the added protection from potential interference by Grayson Waller, who has been a thorn in his side and a valuable asset to Theory. Austin Theory is strutting to the ring with confidence and arrogance, ready to defend his United States Championship against the determined LA Knight. Theory knows he has the talent and the backing of Grayson Waller to keep him on top, but the steel cage stipulation might just level the playing field, and he'll need to rely on his skills to outlast Knight and retain the title. The following contest is a steel cage match, and it is for the United States Championship. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the former United States champion, the megastar, LA Knight. And his opponent, from McDonough, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, representing A-Town Down Under, he is the new United States champion, Austin Theory. The steel cage is lowered, and the bell rings, signaling the start of this United States Championship clash. Theory wastes no time, unleashing a ferocious assault on LA Knight, who stumbles backward under the relentless barrage. But Knight refuses to back down, fighting through the pain as he launches himself at Theory with a fierce determination burning in his eyes. Knight takes over, unleashing a brutal counterattack that sends Theory crashing to the mat. With a renewed sense of purpose, Knight continues to dominate Theory, each strike landing with precision and purpose as he inches closer to reclaiming the United States Championship. The intensity reaches a fever pitch as both men clash within the steel confines, each delivering vicious strikes and high-impact moves. Knight and Theory trade near falls and brutal offense, neither able to gain a decisive advantage as they pound away at each other, the steel cage walls looming large and ensuring there's nowhere to hide from the punishment. Theory senses an opportunity to end this and retain his title, and he sprints towards the steel cage wall, scrambling up the side in a bid to escape and claim victory. But Knight is hot on his heels, catching Theory just as he's about to reach the top. In a frantic bid to gain the upper hand, both men hustle on the ropes. Theory manages to gain the advantage, sending LA Knight tumbling backward onto the mat with a vicious shove. Theory seizes the initiative, unleashing a brutal assault on LA Knight, each strike landing with precision and malice. With the championship on the line, Theory makes another desperate bid to escape the cage, scrambling up the steel wall once again. But Knight anticipates the move, catching Theory and delivering a thunderous powerbomb, slamming Theory's body into the mat with incredible force. Theory refuses to yield, drawing on every last ounce of strength to pick up Knight and unleash the devastating A-Town down, sending Knight crashing to the mat. Theory seizes the momentum, slamming Knight into the turnbuckle with incredible force, the impact leaving Knight reeling. With a calculating gaze, Theory signals for the cage door to be unlocked and frantically exits before Knight can catch up. Here is your winner, and still United States champion, Austin Theory. Austin Theory has outlasted and outmaneuvered LA Knight to retain the United States Championship and prove his reign as champion is far from over. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like this video.